Hey everyone, this is Mr. Luce, and your technique of the week is color. Color is one of the elements of art, which are the ABCs for making and understanding art. And color is, in my opinion, one of the most complex of the elements to understand. So without light, color does not exist. So whether it is a light bulb or the sun, without light, we would not see any color and live in complete and total darkness. When the light, whether it's a light bulb or the sun, shines on an object like a red apple, the apple will absorb all of the light and reflect back red into our vision, and that is why we see the red apple. To understand color and use it properly, artists use a color wheel. And a color wheel is a tool to help you make colors and create color schemes. Color schemes are different formulas or different ways to set up a variety of colors to implement into your artwork to make it look more visually appealing. When it comes to color, you have the three OGs, red, blue, and yellow. Those are what we call our primary colors. The primary colors are the three colors that cannot be made. Yes, technically we can use different chemicals or things from the earth to create a red, blue, or yellow colored pencil, but what that means is we can't mix colors to make these three. Red, blue, and yellow are the three primary colors. They're the OGs. No other color can make these three, all right? So, on the color wheel, you see that we have red, blue, and yellow, and they are set up in what looks like a triangle, all right? So those are our primary colors. Now, a secondary color is when you mix any two primary colors together. For example, if I was to mix red and blue, I would get violet. Notice how violet is right in the middle between red and blue. So to create violet, I'm going to take my red and I'm going to softly add it to the square. And then I'm going to take my blue and add that as well. And if you put equal amounts, that means the same amount of red and the same amount of blue, it will create your violet. If you put too much of one or the other, it will give you a different color. But as long as I put equal amounts of red and blue, I have created violet. Now, if I was to mix blue and yellow, that would give me green. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put equal amounts of blue and yellow, and that will mix to give me green. And then the last secondary color is orange. And to get orange, I need to mix yellow and red. So I'm going to put my red down first. And then add my yellow. And then I have created orange. So now I have my three primary colors, red, blue, and yellow, and then my three secondary colors, which are any two primary colors mixed together. So violet, orange, and green. Violet, which is a secondary color, is made when I put red and blue, the two primary colors, together. The same thing goes for green, a secondary color mixed with two primaries, blue and yellow, and then last but not least, orange, a secondary color which is mixed with two primaries, yellow and red. Notice how they make an upside down triangle. Next, we have the tertiary colors. The tertiary colors, or the intermediate colors as they are also called, are the colors in between a primary and a secondary. So how do I get blue-green? I'm going to mix blue and green, but I have to mix equal amounts of green and equal amounts of blue. So if I color my square blue, and then I put just a little bit of yellow, not a lot. That's gonna get me a blue-green. It should be a green, but it should have just a little bit more blue in it than yellow. The same thing for yellow-green. So I'm going to have more yellow and just a little bit of blue. So then I have blue, blue-green, green, yellow-green. And I will continue that all the way around. Now, let's talk about tint and shade. The word tint is whenever you add white to something. Shade is when you add black to something. So if I was to color red in this triangle, because this is all under the red category, but then I'm going to add tint to the red, that means I'm going to add white. Now when I add white to red, when I tint my red, it's going to turn it into a pink. But then if I add black to the red, which is the shade, it's going to create a very dark, almost maroon-like color. Or Merlot. Love that word, Merlot. All right, so these three colors all have red in them, but this is the primary, the basic OG. The tint is when I add white to the red, and then the shade is when I add black to the red. So here's a finished color wheel. Red, blue, and yellow, my primary colors. Violet, green, and orange, the secondary colors. Red, orange, which are these two mixed together. Red, violet, which are these two mixed together. Blue, violet, which are these two. Blue, green, and yellow, green are my intermediate colors. So red, violet, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red, orange are the intermediate. And then if I'm to add white to any of these colors, it's called a tint. So these colors are the same as these, I just added white. And then all of these right here are these colors, but I added black instead. Okay? A tint is when I add white. A shade is when I add black. Our primary colors are red, blue, and yellow. Our secondary colors are green, violet, and orange. And our intermediate colors are red, violet, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red, orange. And when you have all of these beautiful colors, you really know how to mix and make and put them together to create a masterpiece.